Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your bro, hope you're doing well, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate some simple animations in JavaFX, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright everybody, so I recommend finding an image that you want to use for this demonstration. If you're too lazy to, you can always go to shapes and drag and drop a random shape, maybe a rectangle or something, but I think it'd be more fun to use an image. So I will add an image view node and place it on my pane. To add an image to this image view, go to Properties, Image, and select an image of your choosing. I will use this picture of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'll place this little guy right in the middle. So I will give this image view a unique ID. I'll call it myImage. Be sure to add your controller, save, then let's head to our controller class. As always, be sure to refresh your FXML document. We're going to implement the initializable interface and add any unimplemented methods. Alright, since we added an image view, let's use FXML injection to add our image view and instantiate it. Private image view my image. Okay, let's begin with a simple translation. So I'll add a comment that this will be the translate section. Now with the translate section, we can move our image on our scene. So we need to use a translate transition object. Translate transition, I'll name this translate, equals new translate transition. Our next step is to add our image to our translate object by using the setNode method of translate. So translate.setNode, and pass in your node of myImage as an argument. By using our translate object, we can translate our node on the X, Y, or Z axis. Let's make a simple X translation. So we would type translate.set by X. Now, how far do we want to move our node on the X axis? Let's say 250. And to begin this, we need to use translate.play. Let's give it a go. Okay, so my image moved 250 pixels to the right, but it was fairly quick. Let's slow that down a little bit. So we're going to set the duration, and here's how. We would type translate.setDuration and pass in a duration. Duration dot, let's say milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds, so this entire translation will take a full second to complete. So it should be a little bit slower now. Now with our translation, this will only cycle once and no more, but we can easily change that by using the setCycleCount of our translate object. Translate.setCycleCount. The default is 1, but if I was to pass in 2 as an argument, then our translation would occur twice, and no more than that. Or we can do so indefinitely by using translate.transition.INDEFINITE. So this would be continuous. Okay, so when our translation ends, it will reset. How can we send our image backwards? Here's how. So I'll add that here. We would type in this method of translate.setAutoReverse and then pass in a Boolean value of true. Now our image will reverse once we get to the end of our translation, so it looks like he's moving back and forth. So that is the setAutoReverse method. By default, it is false, but you can switch this to true if you need to. Let's also translate our image on the y-axis as well. Set by y. To move up, you would pass in a negative number as an argument. Down would be a positive number. Let's say minus 250. Now our image should move to the right and up together, so it's moving diagonally. So that's the basics of translate. Let's work on rotate next. I'm just going to copy what we have here. There's a lot of similar code. So this will be the rotate section. And let me turn all of this into one giant comment so that it doesn't get in the way. Okay, so we need to create a rotate transition object. Rotate transition. We will name this rotate equals new rotate transition. Okay, let's get rid of these lines. All right, so we need to set an angle in which we rotate. So let's rotate our image a full 360 degrees. Rotate.setByAngle, then pass in 360 as an argument. So our image should rotate 360 degrees. Now you can see that it starts to slow down when it gets to the end of its rotation. We can make that a little bit more smooth by using rotate.setInterpolator, pass in Interpolator.linear. So this should be a smooth transition. Our image is currently rotating on the z-axis, but we can change that. Rotate.setAxis. Let's set him on the rotate.x-axis. So it should rotate onto the x-axis like that. There's also y. And z is the default. Cool. Then to speed up the rotation, you can just shorten the duration, maybe 500. So he's going a little bit faster now. So that is the rotate animation. Okay, let's work on fade next. Let me get rid of all this code. This will be the fade section. I'll copy what we have here. We need to create a fade transition object. Fade transition fade equals fade transition. All right, get rid of these two lines. We'll need to utilize the set from value and set to value of fade. Fade.set from value. This will be the original opacity between 0 and 1. So to create a fade out effect, we would set from value, pass in 1. Fade.set to value. This will be the ending opacity. Let's set this to 0, but honestly you can place this anywhere between 0 and 1. But a full fade out effect would be 1 to 0. I'll change the duration back to 1000 as well. Okay, so this should fade out our image. Then to fade in, this would be 0, set from value. Set to value would be 1. This would cause a fade in effect. So that is the fade animation. Lastly, we have scale. So let's create a scale section. Scale will change the dimensions of your image. We need to create a scale transition object. Scale transition scale equals new scale transition. I'll be setting auto reverse to true, although it's not necessary. To stretch your image on the x-axis, type scale.setByX, then pass in a value greater than 1. If I set this to 2, then my image is going to stretch to become twice as large, twice as wide as what it was before. So we have extra thick Sonic. Now set by Y will stretch your image on the y-axis. So anything greater than 1 will stretch it so it's larger, anything less than 1 will compress it. So by combining both set by X and set by Y, this will stretch my image on the X and Y dimensions. Well, alright everybody, that is the basics of some simple animations in JavaFX. If you would like a copy of all this code, I will post this to the comment section down below. But yeah, those are some simple animations in JavaFX.